Hello, today I'm going to show you how to split shapes. There are many ways to do it. First, we will use the split into grid function. Let's create a rectangle with no stroke and cover the artboard. Next, go to Object, Path and select Split into Grid. Check the preview box to see what we are doing. Here we can adjust the number of rows and columns. Let's create 2 rows and 2 columns. We will notice 4 new shapes. Let's undo it. Now we will change the width and the height of this rectangle to create a 40 pixel border around it. With the rectangle selected, open the Transform panel from the Tab toolbar. We can do the math ourselves and subtract 40 from the width value, or we can let Illustrator do the math for us. After the existing height value, click and type -40. Now hit the Tab key on your keyboard to see the answer. With the rectangle still selected, go to Object, Path and select Split into Grid. Let's change the number of rows and columns to 2. This time we would like to create a 40 pixel gap between all rectangles to match the size of our border. If we type 40 into the gutter window, Illustrator automatically adds 40 pixels on both sides of each rectangle. This gives us a gap of 80 pixels. Because we would like our gap to be 40 pixels, we need to type 20 instead. And let's type the same value into this window. We can also add guides, which can be helpful later on. You will notice a new group that contains only guides. We can easily turn it off and on. Let's select this rectangle and split it into a grid again. So like before, go to Object, Path and select Split into Grid. This time let's make 3 columns and set the gutter to 20 pixels. Check Add Guides and click OK. And we have 3 extra rectangles and a group of guides. If we decide to split a shape diagonally, we will need to use a different method. Let's swap the stroke and the fill and choose a different color. Now select the pen tool and draw a line across. If we want to position our line at a certain angle, then draw a straight line, make sure it is selected and press the letter R for the rotate tool. Now hit Enter. Type the correct angle value and click OK. I'm going to increase the stroke's weight to 20 points. This will be the size of a gap. Next, position your line wherever you would like to split the shape and create a copy. If we don't plan on creating any gaps, then we can leave the stroke as it is. However, if we would like to create a gap, then we need to make sure that the stroke's weight is what we want. Select both strokes, go to Object and choose Expand. This changes a stroke into a shape. Next, open the Pathfinder window. Make sure the pink shapes and the rectangle below are selected and choose Divide. This divides all selected shapes and puts them into one group. Let's open this new group. Now all we need to do is select all pink shapes and delete them. Next, select this group, right-click and choose Ungroup. Now we can change color, place a photo, draw inside, insert text, and so on. Possibilities are endless. Now I will show you what will happen if we use the split into grid option on a different shape than a rectangle. Let's duplicate this triangle and change its color. We will use it later. Notice when we select a shape, Illustrator creates a bounding box around it. With the green triangle selected, go to Object, Path and choose Split into Grid. As a result, Illustrator fills the entire bounding box with a solid color and our shape is gone. Let's create 4 rows and set the gutter to about 26 pixels. Now this extra triangle comes in handy. First select everything and choose Divide from the Pathfinder panel. This creates one group with lots of shapes. Let's ungroup it, then select only the shapes we would like to keep. We can change their color. Now press the Ctrl and G keys on your keyboard to group them together and lock this layer. Finally, select everything and press the Delete key. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.